het is 12 af.
The only show that brings you the truth from real people on touching issues. The Open Book on K Radio, radio for the people.
The trendiest sounds online. K Radio. K Radio. Online and always on point.
The Open Book, giving you the truth and solutions only on K Radio.
Staring at two different views on your window ledge.
It is the Open Book right here on K Radio, radio for the people. Do welcome to it, man. Or rather, yeah, we do welcome you to it. Do excuse me for that one. Once again, back in the back room, I'm going to be having another musical conversation. I mean, with us, our guest today, he is kind of well-traveled, man. Born in Mpumalanga, lived in KwaZulu-Natal, lived in the Eastern Cape, came back to Jersey, and he's kind of just started his music career. Went along, you know what I mean? Collaborated with quite a number of big weights within the music industry and everything else. And out in Tembisa, he's known as the godfather of Maskandi. I need to find this out. Why? His name is Sam Magic. Shapuzeratel.
Ja, I'm not.
Oh, grand.
Ja, I'm grand.
Grand.
Ja,
And
tops.
artist that is soft-spoken. Why? You sounding so shy and everything else.
No, I'm not shy. I'm just humble. You know?
Let's start this, man. You're born in Sekunda, Mpumalanga, and then moving around. Why?
It's my growing up situation. It's kind of like a long story.
Sure.
That's how I grew up. My mother my mother is a single parent, so
Okay.
she used to move around, get jobs around it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
But home for you, when you say your home, where's home?
Home is Mpumalanga. 'Cause,
Mpumalanga, Sekunda.
yeah, that's where I spent the most time of my childhood.
Sure.
Yeah.
And school, like attending school and everything else, man. What are some of your fondest memories of school?
It's obviously music, because
Sure.
I used to do a lot of music at school. You
Mhm.
know, I used to be involved in anything that has music in it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tell me something. I'm told that at the age of 7, you started a group.
Yeah, I started a group of Skatamia.
Sure.
You know, it's
But what
growing up.
drove you- But what drove you to, at the age of 7, to start a group? At the age of 7, Tinabanya busy here playing whatever it is. You want to
know-
start a group at the age of 7. Why?
You know, when you're growing up, you wouldn't know that you have music in you. You
Sure.
would just think it's just a hobby. Hey guys, let's do this.
Yeah.
And later you find out, hey, I love music. You see,
Yeah.
At that time I didn't know.
Sure.
I just thought it's something that just popped in my
Yeah,
head
yeah.
and like, let's do this.
Mara Ukali like a group, where you guys are just doing Skatami and everything else. Is it because you at the time Skatami was, more of
Yeah.
the more influential type of sounds that you were hearing? You were
Yeah.
hearing that more often?
Yeah, in KZN, yeah.
Sure.
Most people, they do performances around it.
Mhm.
Yeah. So it used to inspire me.
But some of your favorites at that time, that really did inspire you. Who were they?
Yeah, it's definitely Black Mambazo. I used to love them a lot.
Legends.
Black-
Great.
Yeah.
Great those was, man.
Yeah.
But then, as you say, moving around, you come back to Jersey.
Yeah.
And I mean, the group that you started, Namachita, at school and everything else, how far did that go? And, where are those guys?
No, it didn't go far, obviously, because, when you're growing up, everything is going, it doesn't have order. So most of the time we would perform, and then when it comes, when we get some if we win the competition, then they give us presents, or the rewardments or what.
Yeah.
You'll find that there's a lot of us in the group now, because now maybe we're getting food now. There's some people you don't know they are in the group.
Yeah.
And you can't say nothing about it. They're just collecting things. It's
Sure.
like, who's this now?
Yeah.
You see, and then I just stopped.
Bebabhadala ngokudla.
Yeah, they used to give us oranges. We were kids and
Yeah.
stuff. They can't give us money.
But that's unfair.
Yeah.
That's unfair, but,
It's obvious that you're gonna buy food
Sure.
as a kid. They just give what we want. We appreciate what
Yeah.
we get at that time. Yeah,
Coming back to Jozi now.
yeah,
You come back, or rather, you come to Jozi.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, yeah.
And you still carry on with music. You're still involved in music and everything else.
Yeah.
Where does that journey take you? Are you still doing Tatamiya when you come back this side, or do you change?
No, I got introduced to the producing side of music. So
Okay.
I'm always busy with producing. Hence, she was talking about Maskandi.
Mhm.
I produce most of the guys Maskandi because I find it easy for me because I grew up in those places,
Sure.
like KZN, Eastern Cape. That taught me a lot of things. If I grew up in one place, I was just gonna be doing hip hop only, or producing hip hop, or producing specific genre. So it helped me to learn a lot of things.
You the producing side of it, the production side of it. Who introduces you to that, and who teaches you how to produce?
I used to play keyboard at church. So
Sure.
I met some guys in Mpumalanga that were doing the production. So
Mhm.
we exchanged knowledge. I said, I'm gonna teach you this gospel I'm playing. You
Okay.
teach me your computers and how to operate all this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I learned all this, and then I started my own thing. Then
You still play keys?
I still do, but I hardly go to church now.
No, how many instruments do you play though? Just out of interest.
I play like I would say two.
Sure.
I would say two, but then when on the digital side you can use a keyboard and play anything. You can play sax,
Yeah.
anything. Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. But basically, I know two. It's a piano and a guitar.
Mhm.
Yeah, and a little bit of bass guitar.
Asikhulume ngamaskandi, Joe.
Yeah.
Maskandi, Tatamiya, and all of that. Somebody was saying to me that when it comes to sales,
Yeah.
Maskandi, Tatamiya, as well as gospel music and even Afrikaans music.
Yeah.
These are the biggest selling genres in the country.
Yeah, Maskandi, those that type of music, their fans, they don't like too much of internet, going to internet. They just want a copy. They believe if they have your
Hard
music, they have the hard copy.
Sure.
And with Maskandi, someone would have like branches of fans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe on this side, I would have like a group of fans where they have WhatsApp groups and stuff.
Sure.
They will meet and have meetings. If I'm performing this side, I just call one guy and say, "Hey, I'm coming to perform here." Yeah,
And then
he calls
spreads
all
the
these
word.
guys. They wear my T-shirts and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But I need to understand though, Anjo, is the support for Maskandi, the support for that. The support that you find within that community.
Yeah.
What makes it different, from house or hip hop or anything like that? Because there's a lot of people that you speak to, and they listen to hip hop. But I guess
Yeah.
when you look at the numbers at the end of the day, it's almost amazing that Maskandi and all this will always just outsell these other genres.
Yeah, Maskandi it's kind of like full of competition. The only competition in hip hop I see, it's between AKA and Casper and STC and A-Receive is still there, the competition.
Sure.
But with Maskandi, there's always competition.
Mhm.
If you are doing an album, they got to be a diss track on your album. Otherwise, they're not feeling you.
Now mind you, still
Yeah.
doing diss tracks.
They do diss tracks, a lot of diss tracks. Yeah.
That's interesting to find
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Maskandi
So
has got diss tracks.
if someone is releasing an album, you want to hear what is the response to the opponent.
Sure.
Yeah, so you will buy the album.
But any of those disses, does it ever get out of hand, like out of music and whatever it is. I mean, we know how we've often heard, especially within hip hop and everything else, within our bad to bland and whatever it is. Does it ever get that way with Maskandi?
Trust me, it's 10 times with Maskandi.
Yeah.
It's worse. Like it gets so violent.
Sure.
Me, I don't attend most of their events because they always end up with a gunshot or something. You see, because if I come to an event, you are my opponent. You come to an event, and then your fans will be fighting my fans for no reason. Maybe I'm performing the diss track.
Yeah.
They start fighting. Yeah, that's
This is
the
so interesting, Joe.
bad part of it.
This is so interesting. With Maskandi's got diss tracks and everything else.
Way
Way
more.
Maskandi.
Every album it has a diss track in Maskandi.
I guess maybe it's because we don't pay attention.
Yeah.
We really just don't pay attention. But I mean, while we're on that, I mean, guys like Abo Shwino Takai, Hashelim Klop, and all these guys and everything else. I think these have been kind of like the breakout stars of Maskandi and whatever.
Yeah,
it may be.
those are legends. They're not involved in those dissing what. There's that kind of Maskandi, and then there's a kind of like a trap Maskandi that is going, the new genre that is going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Lava Bancane.
So you can't diss. They know you can't diss Shwi. You can't say anything to Shwi. Everybody will go against you. Yeah.
My goodness, man. In case you're just joining us, we're speaking to Sam Magic.
Yeah.
He's known as the godfather of Maskandi in Tembi. So we're going to get to finding out how that came about. But I need to know this. Why the name Sam Magic?
It came from a guy called Morel. I think you know him.
Yeah, Morel,
He gave me that name. Yeah, I don't know. He just gave me the name and say, "Yo, man, you are Sam Magic."
Yeah.
Back then they used to call me Samta. Most of the people back home in Bumalang, they know me as Samta. When I came to Josie, I said, "No, you're not Samta, man. You are Sam Magic." Because you do magic.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
In terms of production and everything else.
Yeah.
How many albums have you done?
For myself or for people?
For yourself.
For myself, I've done singles so far
So
because
you haven't released an album as
yeah, I haven't released any.
But
album.
why though? Being involved in music for so long, you've done music for so many people and everything else. Why haven't you done an album for yourself?
When you deal with too much of production, you have all people's projects on top of your shoulder. So sometimes you just put aside your own work and say, hey, "Let me finish this guy's work before he kills me."
But I mean, as a producer, there's many other great producers, who've got albums of their own, and I guess it's that whole thing. I mean, right here at home, there's many other producers, that have produced hit albums for other people and even themselves and everything else.
I'm a very humble person to work with.
Sure.
I get a lot of people I work with. Like I work day and night.
Okay.
Yeah, I get a lot of people. If I can bring you the albums I do for people, even worse is Maskandi. You wouldn't believe I can pack them here. You wouldn't.
Well, tell us some of the people that you've worked with. A lot of the Maskandi people that you've worked with. Who are these guys?
I've worked with Ubo Mfana Pigi.
Okay.
I've worked with Ushilis.
Yeah.
I've worked with Ijong Elisha. Hey, there's a lot of guys I worked with. Yeah, I've worked with a lot.
Now, here's the one thing that I want to know, or rather, one of the other questions that just came up, during the whole prep and everything else is, as an artist, as a producer, the business side of the music, we often hearing about this artist Aganamali right now, or this artist was cheated out of money and all those kind of things and whatever may be, the education of the business side of the music. I mean, who really is giving artists that?
for now, there's basically no one in my environment. We don't have. We also wish we could have those those teachings and stuff, those events where they can call artists and teach them about, especially Maskandi. Most of Maskandi people, some of their songs, they are not registered. They just believe in going out there and selling copies, you know.
But I mean, you do music. I think that, this is also just, some of the knowledge that we do have. That, I mean, before you release the track, you go and register it. So if you're saying that there are some Maskandi artists who, with his sound, he goes out and performs it.
Yeah, I do tell them.
Sure.
I give them the information. Some of them, they will just say, I'm going to sell. Yeah. That's all. It's in their mind.
Yeah.
They're kind of stubborn. They will just say, yeah. You tell them, yeah, okay. They just look at you and say, this one.
Because now, and this question, once again, it leads to the conversations that's been had, that you find producers, you find record label owners, and all these guys. They're the ones that's making the millions, billions, even. Yet the artist,
yeah.
I just want to go back to Ushuinam Tekale. Somebody was years back. There was that whole conversation of the conditions that they're living in and the amount of copies that they've sold just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Could it be going back to that? I mean, artists born Yazin, I've got this gift. I want to perform. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Maskandi artists, they can have those kind of contracts that are not fair to them. They wouldn't know.
Sure.
They only believe in what's coming in to their hand only. And I mean, most of these guys, they leave Emma Hostel.
Yeah.
But I think even Shui is still living at the hostel. They just live a normal life. Most of them, you find famous guys in the hostel. They will just be going around. It's like that. I think there has to be some workshops and stuff for them, just for them. Yeah.
But I mean, when you look at, for instance, Ladysmith Black Mambas, when you look at Puzkemis, Hashelim Shop. I think Puzkemis is another one, that's also just a bit too humble and everything else. But you look at these great acts within Maskandi and Tatami and whatever it is. These guys have gone on and, they've moved out of the circumstances that they were in when they started. Is that not some sort of an encouragement for everyone else that's coming in with,
yeah, they don't want to research on how these guys have worked their way to be like international. There's a guy now, he's called Mbuzeni. That guy, he's not known, he's not well known in the industry of Maskandi, but he goes overseas all the time.
Sure.
And they don't want to even follow up. How is he doing it? How is he going overseas? They don't want to do that. Yeah.
Speaking of overseas, your trip to China, Beijing, I mean, how did that come about? And why did you go there? Like, who invited you to China?
I do most of African stuff. So there's a guy called Hola Boy. He has a company called Hola Boy Shop Boy. I used to be under his company as an artist. So some lady was opening an African clothing shop in Beijing. So she wanted some African artists who can perform. So the guy thought of me that I can do most of African.
Yeah.
I can my songs they sound African. I don't sound like American or what.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he thought of me. So I went there. It was nice. And they have a great support people there. They don't want to know if they've seen you. Or there's no YouTube, you know that there's no YouTube there. They don't have Google, Yeah. So you can tell them I'm famous, they will say, okay.
But you just travel around China, what are just some of the lessons that you learned from leaving Laimzanzi and going through to China?
I realized that China people actually love black people because the way I was feeling, I never felt like the way I was feeling. Everybody was just taking me pictures. Not like they're starting to see, it's their first time seeing a black person.
Yeah.
It's just they were so happy because there's few black people there.
In China.
So if they see a black person, some of them, they just stop with their phone and just, you see that they want to take a photo. You just say, come man, let's do this, Yeah, it's like that. It's a great experience to be there.
Musically though, and I guess, it's obviously, it's one of those obvious questions that get asked. You go to China, you go to Germany and whatever it is, and there you are performing in Sizulu, a language that they don't understand, that they don't know, but then how's the reception?
No, people in Beijing, they don't, I found out they don't really focus on what you are saying.
Okay.
Because if someone is saying, well, we got African artists that are coming to perform, they obviously know that they're not going to hear, they just vibe with the music.
Sure.
Because music is, it has no language. There's no language for music. Yeah. If you're feeling the beat, you're feeling what the person is, you can tell what the person is saying, actually. You know. If it's a love song, you can tell this is a love song. Yeah.
Now, Etembi is you're known as the godfather of Maskandi.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Was it through your production or through your performances?
It was through my production. When I came there, I didn't know anyone. Like, I came with my equipment, and I used to go around, and I saw some guys. They were looking like they're doing Maskandi. I say, yo, can I do a song for you guys?
Sure.
Just a song. Then I charged them 50 rand for that song.
Yeah.
50 rand.
Yeah.
I charged them 50 rand for the song.
50 rand you produce
Yeah, the whole song I mixed and mastered the whole song.
50 rand.
Yeah. I gave it to them, and then like 4 months after,
sure,
a bunch of guys came to my place and say, you know what, we want to do an album. Yeah. That song that's made me.
But Sam, why 50 rand, Joe?
I wanted to market myself.
Okay, but get 50 rand.
Yes. Why not?
No, what I'm saying is I'm thinking costs now. I'm thinking costs.
Yeah. Basically, I wanted to do it for free, but I was like, no. Just I gotta get something.
Because the cost of your work and everything else.
Yeah.
All those things. It has to be more than 50 rand.
Yeah, it has to. But I can't just. They don't know my work. You charge according to your work. Yeah. If you are in demand, then you start telling them you pop out some money.
$500,000 a beat.
Yeah, I'm still coming to that. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, man! In case you're just joining us right now, his name is Sam Magic, the godfather of Maskandi music. Tell you what, let's take a bit of a break. We're gonna play one of his songs. We'll come back just now on the other side of this.
You know this is K Radio.
I shop as one name. Oh yeah. 37K ring one name. Oh yeah. Gallo, what's in my league? Gallo, money no be wahala. Gallo, what's in my league? Gallo, money no be wahala.
Takila shot of boss of cost of tall. Spot of cotton, hot of blood of soul. Tuna the flop on top of scock of 4. 106 connect effective foe. I didn't so easy on my name. I respect Mohalik in Chate. Vandaag het jaar waar hij hyperactief. Resweren die pere le bana baga plastic. We celebrating like it's festive. Namhlanje jaar but till next week. I didn't merero bala mo papo.
We ballin', we got dough.
Ska fitla zaka mo mato. Ska re tsenya matlo mo batho.
Ujwala moringo mwane. Ah, yeah. Ujwala moringo mwane. Ice your pants, mwane. Oh, yeah. 37K ring, mwane. Oh, yeah. Galo, galo. Wozimali, galo. Galo, galo. Money no be wahala. Oh. Galo, galo. Wozimali, galo. Galo, galo. Money no be wahala. Oh.
Biri di chippy, hey, li bana batletse. Baba ya batlo jelwa. Track se qadile ngondo se stakile bare ke maphela ke speed na ke kwadile flow ke kapile no se ba kwadile ma ke tlo grab ba a se ke tagilwe bojalo bore mo go MT manane le bo pitch black afro se ba kwatile bana ba jozi ka ofela ke di tlaela mobile six pack yo was smiler scam spala mobile China ma China you will never go back fit to South China.
Ujwala moringo mwane. Ah, yeah. Ujwala moringo mwane. Ice your pants, mwane. Oh, yeah. 37K ring, mwane. Oh, yeah. Galo, galo. Wozimali, galo. Galo, galo. Money no be wahala. Oh. Galo, galo. Wozimali, galo. Galo, galo. Money no be wahala. Oh.
Yeah, I just wanna send a shout out to Kaofela Dintsha Motswako, bo Double HP, bo Tuksenganga Kulichana, bo Mr. Mbomuli, Rafi, bo Casper Nyovest, bo Fifi Cooper, Noti, bo Crespo, TLS, Bex, bo Immaculate, bo Black Bass, Chet the Dawn, and rest in peace to Ken Dope.
Yo? Yeah, I know. 37K Remongwane. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Tell us about this track, Joe. You telling me who you're featuring on this track?
It's Keles. It's Keles, some guy who's doing Twako rap.
Sure.
Yeah.
But the inspiration and the whole idea behind the song, what was that?
I used to hear some of the people like in the media saying, hey,
Yeah.
so I thought, hey, let me do this song. And I don't know that much of Tswana and Pede, so I said, let me get this guy that can do this language. And
I like that, Joe.
yeah.
Like, I like that. It's so catchy. It's so, as you say, I mean, the whole thing, Iring Mongwane. It's, you know, it's one of those popular things that's popping everywhere and everything else like that. Careless, I like this guy, Joe.
Yeah.
I like what you've done. I like what you've done with this whole track. When did you guys do this track?
This is 3 months back, I think.
Sure.
Yeah. We just trying to push it now.
Okay. So you did it 3 months ago. When did you release it? You only just released it recently.
Yeah.
Is it?
Just recently.
And is it available digitally as well?
Yeah, people can go to my my account, or I can give up or they can go to Ed Keles.
Okay.
Ed Keles, check out his. I'm not sure with his holdings.
Okay.
Yeah, but they can go to Sam Magic Beats on Twitter.
Some Magic Beats on Twitter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Beats with Z.
I like
this.
Some
Magic Beats.
I like this. I like this.
Yeah,
man. And clearly this is a different. This is a switch from Maskandi, Statami, and whatever it is, you know, that you've grown up doing. That you've grown up in and everything else. Was this your first of its kind in terms of the sound?
It's not exactly. I do a bit of I do hip hop. I do even Afrobeat, the Nigerian sound. So I'm basically trying to come up with my own sound.
Sure.
Something. I'm just developing myself and perfecting what I can be good at. Not like something that I've heard by anyone. I just want to be my own genre and just come up with something.
Sure.
Yeah.
Tell me something, Joe. I want to misbehave now and just put you on the spot.
Yeah.
I want to ask you about Kwaito and whether Kwaito is dead or not. And I'll tell you why I asked that question. Is because, I mean, we look at hip hop today. Hip hop has kind of evolved, you know, from what hip hop was in the 80s, 90s, and everything else. I mean, it moved. You had your trap music. You've got, you know, so there's different genres that have kind of spiraled from hip hop.
Yeah.
And you've got your hip hop purists and your OGs that are saying, hey, but this new music, man, it's nonsense. It's not hip hop or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
This is everybody else is sticking with that.
Yeah.
Kwaito, on the other hand, I mean, we know it. The 90s, that was our sound.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
coming
yeah.
out of the 90s, early 2000s and everything else. That's a sound that kind of just identified us as South African youth, young South Africa and everything else coming out of, you know, the previous regime and everything else.
Yeah.
Is Kwaito dead, Joe?
I would say Kwaito is dead, but me, according to my opinion, the way I see, I grew up listening to Kwaito.
Sure.
And I saw Kwaito was just changing, and the guys of Kwaito were becoming like doing like the gangster rap in Kwaito. And it lost that touch that it used to have like back then. You know, we used to have like simple lyrics on Kwaito.
Sure.
Now artists started to put Valga in Kwaito. It lost that touch, and I see that feeling in deep house now. If you can listen to most of deep house and listen to the old Kwaito, I see it just moved to that.
Sure.
And then Kwaito was left with just a name, and those guys who are doing Kwaito, they're busy bragging, hey, why not take Kwaito you feel it? Everybody's just singing that, hey, why not take Kwaito you feel it? And people don't want to hear that. Make a nice catchy song and
sure,
say it's Kwaito, and then everybody will listen. If it's a good song, everybody will listen.
If a young producer comes to you today,
yes,
and says, okay, Sam, I want to produce a Kwaito beat.
Yes.
Do you think there is a blueprint of a Kwaito beat that, okay, your bass or your kicks or your whatever it is, like this is your basic Kwaito beat?
Yes.
And I say that because, I mean, it Maskandi as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's sort of like basic beats is Maskandi.
Yeah.
This is what you need for it to be a Maskandi track.
Yeah.
Can we say the same thing about Kwaito?
Yes, it is, but I mean, specifically me, I don't like to do things in a formal way, like always doing in the same way.
Sure.
When I produce, sometimes I would start with a sound. Sometimes I will start with drums. So it depends on what comes to my mind, and I just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to be formal and say, this is how you do this type of genre. This is how obviously with trap you have to put some 808s and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't like to use those particular sounds that they use. I like to do more difficult chords on my songs. I don't like to do those
your basic. Yeah.
I don't like that. I like to be more, deep. It has to be more musical, and then I can put those elements, those drum elements that they use.
Speaking of musical, now recently there's an album that I've just been listening to. It's more of a gospel praise and worship type of music and everything else.
Yeah.
And I was saying to the guys that it is musical.
Yeah.
Right. And they actually confirmed to me that, I mean, all the instruments that you had are live. So when they recorded, it was live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you've got a guy on the guitar and everything else. Why aren't we hearing more of that today? Have we gotten lazy, or are we as a producer, as a musician, as an artist? Is there pressure on you from the record label side? We would say, hey, Sam, the end of September you must have an album out. So you don't have time to get those musicians and everything else and lace it down, put it all together and everything else. Hence you're going electronic.
Nowadays, most of producers, they avoid like hard work, like having to work, having to call out people and say you do this and then you do this. Having guys that will be tuning guitars and stuff all
Sure.
this time. They avoid that, and learning and learning music from church. It's a very important thing. Most of artists back then, they used to, even Bob Beyonce, they learned music from church. So it's at church you learn a lot about music. Like their chord progressions, they have jazz thing, chords, all these things you have in church. Like gospel has everything that is musical. So if you know gospel, you can do anything, I believe.
You heard it, man. Super producer himself. If you know gospel, you can do anything. So start in church. Start in church, where he started as well. Although he says he hasn't been to church in a while.
Yeah.
Now, can we just go back home? You know, your family and everything else. I mean, when you're speaking to your mom and you're telling her you want to go into music, you know, was she supportive of that, or did she rather try to sway you away from music?
My hobby when I was a kid, when I started school. I used to be I used to draw. Like I used to be an artist. I used to draw stuff. My mom loved that. She used to say, you know what, you gonna be an artist.
Sure.
With drawing. Then I moved. I got introduced to music. She was like, this kid now lost it. He's into music. I was doing these katamiyas and choir at school, and you know what, she was like, hey, he lost it now. Then she was happy with the choir. She started to understand. Then I moved to hip hop. I started wearing chains and stuff. She was like, oh, now. And I used to go to those guys, those old guys that play guitars and they used to, smoke marijuana, and I used to hang around as a kid, hang around with them and just to learn the guitar. She never liked that.
Sure.
Yeah. But then it's what I think it made me now. Yeah.
But now, I mean, with everything that you've done, Joe, you've traveled to China, you've worked with so many people, so many greats within the industry. I'm sure that has changed, the perception in terms of, oh, okay, sharp.
Yeah. She believes in me now, because even money-wise, if she say, hey, I'm short with this, and I just said money, now she can see that money is coming from this music. Because back then I used to have shows, free shows. We just go say, Mama, I'm recording. Where's the money? There's no money.
Daisama beat for 50 rand. That's what he was doing. Daisama beat for 50 rand.
Yeah. It's marketing.
Clearly, the marketing has gotten you a good market.
Yeah.
I mean, working with Umarel, Bongo Riot, Terry G, all these guys and everything else. It's gotten you a very great market.
Yeah.
Are there still guys that you're still trying to work with? Who now in the industry would you love to work with?
I'm trying to work with anybody, but I don't want to be like nagging people, asking for their email accounts and stuff. I just wanna like be exposed as me, and then let them recognize me, and then let them come to me and say, we want the beat. I just want it like that.
Who do you want to work with? Who do you want to work with?
I would like to work with here in South Africa. I'd love to work with Nasty C.
Sure.
AKA even Casper, anybody, because I can do anything, and even Shikana.
Shakina.
Yeah.
Like her.
I'd love to do some stuff for
Sure.
her. Yeah.
Well, there it is. Shakana, get hold of Sam Magic, the godfather of Maskandi music, man. We're going to take another break and play another one of your songs. Just so, by the way, man, the music that you are hearing, it is available digitally, yeah? For more details, man, get hold of Sam on his Twitter handle, Sam Magic Beats.
Sam Magic. Yaga yo, yaga yo, yaga yo, yaga yo. Show me that you really want me, baby girl. Show me that you really want me, yeah. Come back, show me that you really want me, baby girl. Show me that you really want me, yeah. Don't buzz, show me love, call me dad, call me now, Ungo. Show me love, call me dad, call me now, Ungo. I can take you from the hood, put you on the yard. Never kiss and tell, nobody know what we got. Nobody knows that. You might be the one, I feel it in my gut. Oh yeah. And I might be the one, just put me in your cut. Oh yeah. Show me that you really want me, baby girl. Show me that you really want me, yeah. Come back, show me that you really want me, baby girl. Show me that you really want me, yeah. Don't buzz, show me love, call me dad, call me now, Ungo. Show me love, call me dad, call me now, Ungo. Your body's so perfect. Your booty big where you get all that. You got it, you know that. I want you back, let's get it on, yeah. I can't give you no my yin. So go bunk it 11. Roll with me, that's a win. So hamba see you take win. Show me that you really want me, baby girl. Show me that you really want me, yeah. Show me that you really want me, baby girl. Show me that you really want me, yeah. Don't buzz, show me love, call me dad, call me now, Ungo. Show me love, call me dad, call me now, Ungo.
Sam Magic is his name. This right here is the Open Book on K Radio, Radio for the People. Yeah, welcome to it, man. You haven't missed much, but in any case, hey, if you have, where have you been, man? Different sound.
Yeah.
You know, from the previous one. I see now, you know, when you say that you can work with basically anything. You know, this is kind of like a different feel, a different sound and everything else.
Yeah, it's a different thing. It's kind of, it depends on what inspired me at that particular time when I make a song. Because I also record a lot of Nigerian guys, so they inspire me a lot. They inspire
on
me
this track. Who did you work with?
It's only me on this one. Yeah.
Doing vocals, beat,
everything by myself.
And the song, tell us about that. I mean, what's the name of the song and what was the inspiration behind that?
With this type of songs, I realize that most of the time when it's love song, a guy will be saying, "Hey, I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna take you to Dubai, what." And this point, I'm saying, you show me that you love me. Yeah. I'm letting the female to show me that She
Okay.
really loved me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just wanted to switch those type of concept and not go like stereotype, you know.
Okay. All right. Now, your process of putting together a song. I mean, what is it? Is it a beat first or is it the lyrics first?
I start on this one. I started with a beat. Some
Sure.
of the songs, like the previous song you played, I got a concept and then I had a chorus in my mind and then I played it.
Mm.
Yeah. So it depends on how. Sometimes I just feel like, you know, I need to do a song, and because my time is limited, so I just have to do something at
Yeah.
that particular time before some guys get in and say, "Hey, it's my time. You said I should come at this time." And you say,
Oh man, your studio. Where's your studio based? And how do people get a hold of you?
I can share my numbers.
Sure.
It's in Tembisa, Isivana section.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people can get me on 072
Yeah.
39
Mhm.
18180. 072
Yeah.
39 18180.
And
Magic.
this will be for studio booking, studio sessions.
Everything.
all of that.
I do most of the things through phone and WhatsApp.
Mhm.
Even my bookings are in WhatsApp. I just check who I was talking to and
Sure.
stuff. I just work easy like that.
When
Yeah.
can we expect the album, Joe?
An album ish. You know, I need some publishing deal. I'm trying to get some publishing deal, you know.
But is the
'cause
album
I'm
ready
always-
though? What are you waiting for?
I'm
publishing deal?
ready. I'm ready even now.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you
I'm
put together
ready.
an album already?
With the songs I've done, so already an album or two can come out.
Okay. All right.
Because some songs I just record and keep them
Yeah.
in the computer. You know, I have a lot of songs.
Van, I hope you've backed it up. Eh?
Yeah, my stuffs are always on backup.
Computers.
They're not like this PC you using. Yeah. I'm always on backup. I save things on backup. I work with very, very violent people, Maskani people. Hey. I can run back to Mpumalanga if I can lose their stuff.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
Fana, I think this has been an interesting chat. Very, very enlightening and everything else.
Yeah, yeah.
To find out there's a lot of things about Maskan that I didn't even know. You know?
Yeah, yeah.
But besides the album, what else are you working on, and what can we look forward to from you?
I'm also on my hip hop side. I have a group called Fresh Boys with Cray, Purple Cray. I'm with him now.
Sure.
He just came to support me. That's the trap side of me. I'm in a group, so I do a lot of things, man. I do a lot of things. Yeah, I'm in a group. I'm also an artist, a solo artist.
Okay.
Just to attack, like knock in different doors and
All the
stuff.
doors,
right?
yeah. That group section, that group side of yours, where are you guys on that? Is an album ready? Are they singles ready? Or
We work.
what's happening?
Yeah, we're working on a mixtape. We just released a song called Yada Ain't Ready with J Cloud. He's an upcoming artist. People know him. So we also doing great on the other side.
Sure.
Yeah. I put hard work in both sides.
I can't wait to hear some of that other stuff. Yeah,
call me again. Give us another date.
No, we'll do that. With the Fresh Boys.
Yeah,
We'll do that. With the Fresh Boys.
Yeah.
But Vanna, social media. Let's just get to that quickly. I know on Twitter, Sam Magic at Sam Magic Beats. Instagram, Facebook.
Facebook is Sam Magic Prince.
Sam Magic Prince.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you on Insta?
Instagram is Sam Magic Beats. Yeah.
Sam Magic Beats. On
same
Insta
as
well.
Sam Magic Beats.
All right. Norman, we'll check you out. We'll check that out and everything else.
Yeah.
The two jams that we definitely played. I know I'm gonna twist the guys already. It's gonna be on our playlist. Don't you worry about that one.
Thank you.
Yeah, that you have to get on our playlist. Nah,
yeah.
You know.
Thank you.
But wishing you all the best, Mfana, and just keep on at it, keep at it, and everything else.
Yeah.
When you do have more new music, please do send it through to us.
Yes. This will be our home. We'll definitely come here.
Give us music. Just give
Yeah.
us music and we are sorted.
Yeah.
Simple, Gene. Simple.
Yeah,
Nothing much,
yeah.
man. This is K Radio, Radio for the People. The Open Book. That's where we're gonna leave it for today with Sam Magic. But definitely do follow him on Twitter at Sam Magic Beats. That's Twitter and Instagram. Otherwise, Sam Magic Prince on Facebook. And if you do wanna book him or get studio time with him or anything like that, please do give him a WhatsApp call, or they
Call.
can just phone you.
Yeah, call or WhatsApp.
Or WhatsApp.
Yeah.
072-391-8180. Do use that number. Business only, so believe. Don't come and misbehave. Yeah. Sam, all the best, Bagada.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
K Radio, online and always on point.
Usual boringo mwane. Yeah. Usual